LPGA under scrutiny as Caitlin Clark and Kai Trump headlines Eclipse Tour's long-term plans. The most talked about LPGA debut ended as soon as it started. Kai Trump missed the cut after her rounds of 83 and 75. Everyone saw it coming. Yet her presence gave the ANNIKA the attention it might have never gotten before. The Pro-Am saw Caitlin Clark as another celebrity name headlining the event. On the surface, these might appear to be a win for the LPGA, but in the long run, it's far from a success. Golfweek columnist Eamon Lynch expresses that tension sharply. There were no shocks in which storylines dominated coverage of the LPGA Tour in recent days, nor in the fact that none of those attention grabbers involved actual LPGA Tour players. He wrote, questioning the theatrics that took the attention from the actual event. He also questioned why the LPGA leans on celebrities to attract views. It was unsurprising that Trump struggled, remarked Lynch. Nevertheless, had some folks becalmed themselves by hailing it a great accomplishment because she didn't shoot 93. Against that sycophantic standard, her commendable 75 on Friday is destined to be breathlessly recounted as one of the finest scores of the season. The concerns are valid, and rightfully so. Kai Trump is ranked 461st among juniors and has never played a USGA event. She has struggled significantly in the AGGA start she made this year. Yet she was there among the biggest names. She has a significant following of 9 million across platforms, and of course, her surname carries additional weight. And while it might not matter much, her connection to Tiger Woods could also be another factor. While hailing these scores might be far-fetched, there were indeed some voices that justified Trump's presence on the field. Lynch's fellow columnist, Beth Ann Nichols, herself analyzed Trump's presence and its benefits for women's golf. For those who understand how painstakingly tough it is for women's golf to break through the golf world, let alone the sports world and beyond, these opportunities don't come often, Nichols wrote. That gives the entire spectacle a completely different angle, but the larger question remains. Why can't the Tour and Craig Kessler, for that matter, use their own LPGA players to create the same buzz? Why outsiders need to cameo for the world to see women's golf? Caitlin Clark's involvement fed this same dynamic. Her Pro-Am appearance alongside the world's second-best Nelly Korda generated significant attention last year, with almost 34.7 million impressions. The same was witnessed this year, although not to the same extent, maybe because Clark missed much of her WNBA season due to injuries. With all the new strategies the Tour has delved into, including its association with PIF and moving the Chevron Championship to Houston, the results have shown. The LPGA's TV audience is now 40% female. That's the highest among major sports leagues. Also, 60% of its fans are under 45. The Tour is now reaching over 500 million households in 170-plus countries. But none of these system building went viral from Pelican. Instead, debates over Trump's exemptions drowned out the actual stakes of the penultimate event of the season. We might discuss the credibility hit as the LPGA Tour resorts to stunts in the closing stretch of the season, Lynch notes. But then you'd be arguing that the extra eyeballs don't matter, which is shaky ground to stake out for those who want to see women's sports promoted. Will that mean the viewers who tuned in this week to watch the two would switch to the Golf Channel again as the event progresses? That's ultimately what the organizers hoped, and what made them do the whole shebang. Tournament officials stand firm on Kai Trump's exemption. Amidst all the questioning and scrutiny, the tournament officials are not tiptoeing around their rationale. For them, Kai Trump's sponsor exemption was a tool to draw attention, and that is the only point. Owner Don Doyle Jr. put his thoughts clearly when he said the goal was to bring attention to an event. Kai's you got to see her live. She brought a lot of viewers through Instagram and things like that normally don't watch women's golf, was the hope, and we're seeing it now on Instagram and social media, he says. It's created a buzz on top of other great players that we have here. ANNIKA, the tournament host, echoed the sentiment, although her thoughts came from a different angle. She has been through this ordeal. Her own 2003 Bank of America Colonial Invite remains the most famous exemption in golf history. She became the first woman since 1945 to play alongside men in a PGA Tour event. But that time, she was world no. 1. That's why Sorenstam framed Trump's appearance as an opportunity for the golfer herself. I don't think anybody here is thinking that she will be the one holding the trophy on Sunday, the veteran said earlier this week. It's about opportunities and memories and lessons learned. That's how we grow, I mean, she's 18, right? I mean, there are so many lessons she's going to learn through life. This week is going to be the biggest lesson learned. While that could be true, the LPGA's pragmatism towards a player might end up hurting its own structure. One could only hope for the opposite.